Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitching with Laura. How's everybody doing? Well, today is my floss tube day and it is floss tube number 56. Sorry, I had to look in my book. I don't know where I'd be without this book, I'm telling you. And we had a lot going on last week. We had no water and we got haul and we had new starts. Yeah, let's get into this. And hopefully this week will be much better. It snowed this morning, so yeah, what can I say? What happened last week? It was just, I'm so glad it's over. Hang on. Hey, I'm back. I know. It's been unreal. Today is January 19th, 2021. Well, what did we work on? Fun times. We started 3 different projects, and the first one that I started, that I got, I believe, the week before, was, this is Cherry Blossoms from May Deer. It was one of the 3 or 4, excuse me, that I got from May Deer, and it's 14 count. And when I did the video, Molly's moving up to her perch. Did you see her? She went. We started in this corner, and I didn't like the way it was looking. I'm going to have to frog it out and do it a little bit differently up there. So I restarted this. Well, on the other side, sorry, I couldn't figure out where I restarted. Over here, to see if it'd lay it any different or look any different, I may have to change that one color out so far, because it's just too weird. Too weird. So, yeah, it's coming along slowly, but these stitches look a lot better than the ones on the other side. So, yeah, I can't see what you're looking at, but hopefully it'll get its act together, because I'm not having problems with any of the other colors, so who knows. And I'm trying to figure out which one's which. I could have swore that I wrote on them. This is the other one that I started, and it is Aurora Borealis. Isn't that the most beautiful thing you ever saw in your life? There's so many beautiful, beautiful colors in this. So, trying not to get that thing in it. But I worked on it a little bit more last night after the video. So I'm down here in this corner. I got to get it all folded. It's a fairly good size one, but I'm trying to finish this corner. So I finished up that dark blue that we were using and went on to the next color so that I can finish. It looks like a tree maybe there. I don't know what it is exactly. In that corner might be a tree poking out. But right down here in this corner here is where I started. So yeah, and it's going real easy. It's an 11 count, so you know I like it. Whoops, I've got to get my spare piece of thread that I'm using and put it back in there. Don't want to lose anything. Then I started working on my 12-month ornament. And it is called From the Heart by Needle Art by Wendy. It's also in that book, and it says Joy to the World. Do I have it upside down? Nope, it just looked weird. Okay. It looks backwards in my thingy pop. Hopefully it's not backwards for you. Hey, get out of there. And I picked just 3 colors it's got, and they're not the cog for. These are the red, the gold, and the green, which red is 347. The gold is 3828. And the green is 367. Whoops, we're dropping everything. But yeah, sorry for the little pieces, but yeah, I thought those would go together really well. Put that back together. And I just have a piece, a small piece, for some reason, of 16 count Country French Cafe Mocha. So I worked on this the other night. Hang on, I'm trying to make it small so that I can hang on to it. But I got the word world done. So that's as far as I've gotten, because I was working on something else. Of course, I'm always working on something else. Haven't worked on the little camper. This is as much of the little camper that I have done. Maybe the beginning of the week I worked on it before I got, before we started the new one. So I'll try to finish it. All I have to do is fill in the other window and the other side of the camper, and then there's some more trees, and then that sign. I'll show you what it looks like. Maybe, baby. Whoops, that's the wrong one, as usual. Oh, no, hang on. There'll be a pause. Here we go. I just take a copy of it out of the magazine. But that's what it's going to look like. So I'm about halfway done with the camper. I just have to fill in the red and the little window. I know it doesn't seem like much. And then this little sign, and then of course the words won't take very long. So I'll try to finish both of them this month and get them done so we can just go on and never use that blue thread or blue material again. I don't know. It's on 16 count Crystal Whirlpool from Picture This Plus, I believe. I had to have my coffee, that's why I had to let you go for a second. We'll just go from here. Oh, and that was my 3 starts. I did have a finish. I know you've seen this, but we're going to show you again. This is Sweet Summer Come Again from Blackbird. It is so beautiful. And I changed it up. I put red dots in where these so-called white, it's just the material showing through. So I put red dots there, not dots, but I cross-stitched those little open holes. I didn't care for that. And then put a red line across the bottom. And this is what it looks like. Whoop. Seriously, can't hang on to anything today. So I changed it up just a little bit, just enough to give it a little pizzazz. But that is done, and I still don't know. Perhaps Thursday I can go to the thrift store and see if I can find any, what do you call it? Like a little frame for that. We'll see what happens. That's a maybe. Then we worked on yesterday. I don't know where my page is. I'm not going to take it out of here, but this is, I'll try to get the glare off of it. This is Death by Cross Stitch, and I started in this corner right here, and we're going up. We're not making too much progress on this. It's like, no, I just don't really feel like dealing with it. But hey, it was a mystery day, so we worked on it. Of course, I fold everything inside out so that the top part of the stitching is covered when I put it away. And this is a huge, huge, gigantuous piece of material. It's probably a good yard of material. And it's a 16 count Country French Cafe Mocha as usual. And this is all we've gotten done on it. But we finished another one of these. Didn't do too much yesterday. I know it's a little crooked, but we'll try to straighten it out. I think it's beautiful in that blue. And that's 996 DMC. I bought 24 skeins of it because heaven knows I didn't know how many it was going to take. I couldn't figure out the metric thing and all that craziness. It just... yeah. No. Then we worked on Three Things Sampler, which was another mystery day. It's by Moya Blackburn. This is it. It is so pretty. I just love it. And it's on 16 count Legacy from Picture This Plus. And I'm using the called for, except for the blue up there that I had to change. I've said this several times. Yeah. So, it's beautiful. It says, I have to get my glasses out of the way. Three things there are that will never come back. The arrow shot forth on its destined track, the appointed hour that could not wait, and the helpful word that was spoken too late. And those are the three things. It's very tiny. I mean, it gives a good representation of the pattern, but it should have been bigger. But it's cool. I like it. And it has a lot of little things in it. It's kind of like Consider the Lilies and His Eyes on the Sparrow. And of course I folded it. Of course. So the other day, and I want to get some more of this Legacy. It's really nice. From Picture This Plus. I would pick it again. It looks like dark weathered parchment, if you will. And we just worked on the little rose buds here. And I'm starting to come down. This is like right here is the end of a page, but I didn't feel like messing with those again. So we just worked on the little outside. I've done the whole frame. We worked on the border flowers because they have to go all the way around, and I've completed the frame. So I just have to fill in the little leaves and the little flowers. So every once in a while, you know, you have to do about 4 or 5 of them, and then you go, nope, can't sit there and do that forever. It'd be too easy that way, huh? And then, let's see. I worked on Tiny Treetops, Roses or Time. If I can get it out. And it's the one on the back of the sewing. Let me show you front. This is the Sewing Club book from Blackbird. I'm sorry, brain dead today. Yeah, I was sitting here trying to figure out what I was going to do a video on. And Janet Jabber, I love Janet Jabber. She comes on and I'm like, wow, she's kind of a day late on her thing. And I know she usually has her floss tube on the day, same day that I do. And then it dawned on me, today is my floss tube day. I'm having a heck of a week. So anyway, it comes out of this, and this is what I'm working on. So we started in this corner right here, and I'm working through this. And I worked on, hang on, got everything in my way. I love that book. Oh my goodness. There's just way too much to do in that book. Just like the new one that I got. The Winds of Autumn. Now there's going to be 2 needles here, so I don't know why. But I must have found a needle and just stuck it in it. But I finished up the little pot here. And I gotta get closer. Hang on. Gotta adjust. So this whole thing right here is down 1 stitch, or 1 row, if you will. So instead of ripping all this out and trying to figure it out, this is on track, so it'll come across. This is on track, so I just left out one row of the pot, and I don't think it's going to be a big deal. We're just going to go on because I'm not about the frogging life this week. It's like, no, that was like too much for me to handle. But that's all I got done on it, so at least I finished another pot. But I like working on it. It's nice. I like this one too, so I may do it next. I have to order, and when I could order more of the Country French Cafe Mocha from Witchlet, or however you say it, I didn't. I ordered the fabric to go with the 2 patterns that I got. I just totally changed my mind. So I may get another great big huge piece of it so that I will have it for this, or another piece of the Legacy that I like so much. But yeah, this is next on my radar. And yeah, several other crazy things that are in this book. I could just go through and probably do them all, because I just absolutely love that book. That book is unbelievable. Best investment I've made. Now, I also worked on Lakeside Houses. Didn't get, it's an 11 count as well. It's really beautiful. This is what it looks like, and this one is from Happy Forever Cross Stitch, and I got it from Amazon. Just gorgeous, just absolutely gorgeous. So I started in this corner, and I'm trying to finish those. But it's kind of nice on the days that I work until like 11. I don't work till 11. Till 9 at night, and I'm so fried after being there for 7 hours. It's nice to pick up a pre-stamped, I'll show it to you in a second. I need another drink. Just coffee today. Just coffee. To just pick it up and know that everything is there. All you have to do is stitch. So this, the lady that we're having a Sal, me and, oh dear, I'll put her name down at the bottom. Stitch Thrifty, I believe is her YouTube name. And she's got like half of that done. We're right down here. So I'm just working a little bit at a time. But as you can see, I didn't do those little half square black ones. So I have to go back in there and pick them out. And not pick them out, but figure out where they're at, actually. So, yeah. Fun times. So, do the dark ones first so you can actually see what the pattern is. But I'm enjoying this. And you can see from the back just how much I've gotten done. Don't judge. Don't judge. So I'm almost done with that corner. But it's coming along. And I'm enjoying the 11 counts more than the 14 counts. I don't know why. I just am. So I'll pick them up and work on them. And then, oh my goodness. Like I said, it's just, I can't believe I did that much. Because I was just a mess last week. So the next thing that I picked up, because, I don't know, it's been nagging me in the back of my brain for like a week. Because I keep seeing it, because it's sitting in one of my baskets that's underneath there. And I keep seeing it screaming at me. So, in order to stop the screaming, we had to get out. Seeking refuge. And as you know, I'm still working on that house. That house, everything else is immaterial. That house is no joke. So, last night, I sat there and I watched Radium Girls on Netflix. And I worked on this. So, you'll be excited. I worked probably a good hour and a half, maybe 2, while I was watching this. I'm trying to get it so that it will not be huge. Hopefully. I did all this from like top of that down and all this last night. And I'm just going to keep it out and try to get all the brickwork done. And then I can go back and put all the trees in. There's something right there. Oh, it's a big black-ish. It's the door. Yeah. So if I could just get the brickwork done, everything else might just go a whole lot faster. Of course, I'll have to go back and put in all the mortar, but that's okay. The brickwork is just too much fun. Not. It's like, oh my gosh, I just need to finish. So, if I can just get the whole other side of this brickwork done tonight, or maybe within the next week, I just want it done. I'm sick of looking at that house not being done, because it has really slowed me down on this project, and I can't even begin to tell you what day. I started this on 4/11. So what is that? April 11th, 2020. Yeah. So there's no reason why I don't work on it. I just got stuck on the house, and here we are. So that, guys, is everything. It's going to fall down. That I have worked on this past week. So I can't believe I worked on that many. You know, if it hadn't been for every day having to do one, and then at night I was just fried from like Monday till I got water. So yeah, I checked on 123 Stitch. It may be here today or tomorrow. I hope it'll probably be here tomorrow, knowing them. But it only has to come from 33 miles to here, so it might be in the post office, but I won't pick it up until tomorrow. So that's coming, and that'll entail a whole bunch of more problems. Not problems, just I bought 2 pieces of fabric, and they're both even weave. That'll tell you where this is all going. We're just gonna see. One of the patterns is probably no bigger than that, maybe square. So it's not a very big pattern, and the other one, maybe this big. I have no idea. Yeah. And the Amazon thing that I have 2 coming, they're not even in country yet. So, you know, it said the 27th of January. So we'll see somewhere in there. That should show up. And then I told you a week ago or so that a lady contacted me to try out their stitching patterns. They're pre-stamped, both of them. So that's what kind of kits they are, and they come with the thread and everything, and I got them in cotton because we're just not going down that road again. And yeah, so those have been shipped, or going to be shipped within the next day or 2. We'll see. But it'll take, she told me when I talked to her that it takes about 20 days to get, so we'll see just where that goes and how long it takes to get here. It'll get here when it gets here. So I got that with 2, and I've got the Amazon with 2. They're still out there. So those 2 unboxings will be coming, as well as the 123 Stitch. So there's going to be a time lag. But yeah, I'm anxious to get the stuff from 123 Stitch, of course. But I can do it. So I wanted to show you some, hang on, I gotta reach. So yesterday I found this piece of fabric, and I can't quite remember what it was, or what, you know, I got it with. I want to say that it came with, what do you call it? Oh, Autumn Quaker or Quaker Autumn. And it is 28 count doubloon casual linen. And I tried to work on it and no, not happening. So I picked this one out of, make sure, The Winds of Autumn. Just this little pattern. I thought, you know, we'll just see how it goes. And in an hour, this is all I got done. It was really slow go. It's really, for me, it's harder to see than the even weave. So we won't be doing any. Now I've heard, okay, somebody out there that's more knowledgeable than me, help me figure this out. Okay, so this is casual linen, and it feels like linen material. But as you can see, let me see if I can get it to focus. Come on. It's kind of uneven-ish. But the even weave is easier to look at for me and get over to and all that. No, this probably won't get any farther than this. I will just start it on something else. Because I actually want this. And if I can get some more of the legacy, then it's pretty close to what this casual linen looks like. But I just thought I'd give it a shot, see what it was like. But it's just too hard for me to do. I mean, I can't differentiate. Where, and the threads are not, I'm used to, what do you call it? Ada, where you can actually see, and everything is, it's right there. Just stitch it. And then I went to the even weave, and that was pretty much the same, just a little bit smaller scale, so I could handle that. And then I got to this, and it wasn't even at all. So I'm thinking this is for somebody that it's way better than, way, a billion times better than I am, that can figure this out. So I also heard somebody say the words, now this was all in one sentence, linen, no, even, let's see, even weave linen or linen even weave. Is there such a thing? Or are they just saying linen / even weave? Do you know what I'm saying? I didn't know if there was a difference or if it would look different than this. I don't know. So, yeah. I just wanted to show you my big attempt. So, yeah, that was pretty frustrating, and I couldn't get into it at all because I just couldn't figure it out. It pretty much needs to be cut and dry for me as far as being able to see so that I can stitch. I'm trying to get this book so it doesn't fall apart. It has to be so that I can see it. If I can see it, I can, 9 out of 10 times, I can stitch. But, I don't know. So, we're kind of crossing over into unknown territory as far as, I've never used or bought even weave before. I got it from somebody who sent it to me. And I've never used it, so, and I like it because I can actually see it and everything is just smaller. That's fine, okay? As long as I can see the holes and know what I'm doing and keeping track, I can do that. But, no. Not yet. So, we're making strides. We're trying to grow I'm trying to grow as a stitcher and do things and not just automatically say, no, I can't do that. I will give it a try. I will try my damnedest. You know, if it's something that's way too frustrating for me, why do it? But I'm going to give it a shot, you know, and just try to work with it. And that's why I went back to the even weave and decided, well, if I just do a little pattern, it's not a big deal. If it gets done, it gets done. No big deal. It's not going to be something huge and masterpiece-y, you know, no. I just wanted to find a rhythm. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You have to find a rhythm. I had that with cross stitch. I just pick it up and I just stitch. I just know how to stitch. But I'd been doing it for years. And then this all came along. So we're trying to add more to our repertoire. Me, the mouse, and Molly. She laid back down in her little hole. I don't know if you can see her. Let me see if I tip it just a little. Yeah, she's got her little babies around her, so she's good. Yeah, me, my mouse, and Molly, you know, we try things, and sometimes we go off a deep end, but yeah. And that's my fault for wanting, oh, I can do that, I can do that, I can do that, you know, and you spend $100 and you can't do that. So this is why we're staying away from Mirabilia and Chatterlings, because that ain't happening. Not, they're beautiful to look at. It's another one I could just buy the pattern and put it up on the wall, because this little girl maybe never will do that. I mean, I don't mind adding beads to something. That doesn't bother me. It's just all the different stitches. And I noticed, I was going through this. There are, and they show you how to do it. Let me see if I can find an example. Oh, for pity's sake, where is it? In a couple of them, like bigger ones, come on, please. Anyway, they've got, I can't find one example of what I was talking about. Like the sister one, or the one with the acorns. Down here, I hope I've got the right one. Some of the things are eyelet stitches and Algerian eyes, which they'll probably work out better on even weave, but hey, we'll just have to see. But I noticed that they've thrown in a couple extra stitches, different stitches other than cross stitch. This is one, patchwork. This patchwork pumpkin, it's got, I'm trying not to show the pattern. See, it shows you how to make the eyelet stitch, but they show you in real good detail, you know, of how to do them. So, yeah, I thought that was kind of different for Blackbird, but I don't own a lot of Blackbird, so I'm not real averse to how they do things. But I thought that was kind of different, and it also gets everybody to learn how to do something new. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just I don't have the desire, but, you know, hey. And I was watching Nicola, and she said that there was, hands crossed, see, there was some kind of stitch, don't quote me, I don't remember what it was, but she said, well, it takes up a 4 square space, shall we say. So she said you can just make 4 regular cross stitches if you don't want to do that. So she has taken that extra mile to say, hey, if you really don't want to do that, you don't have to, you can do this. And this is how you fix that. So, yeah, I appreciate that. So, I think that's about all we got for this week. I think that's just about enough, huh? Alright, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And please hit the bell, and that way you'll know when my next video comes out. Y'all stay safe, stay healthy, and wash your hands, and do all the things. God bless. See you next time. Keep stitching. Bye-bye.